Leaders, this is Ian with Friends and Army, protecting families by protecting the pack. Got my baby boy here. He couldn't hang. It's 2 in the morning, but I just want to do this video to give it to you guys before I head off to bed. So, alright, so this is the auto tuner now with the Cosmo settings. You still have to load everything up to make sure that everything's loaded. Also here, this is a new tab called the initial guess. Now right now, this is a beta release. The tables don't work, but in the future, once it's loaded, you want to click here to load the settings, and you'll be able to change out the settings here. So you kind of get through the same thing, kind of reinitialize it or whatever, to get it work. Now what we have is this thing called a one-click tuning solution, and all you gotta do is just click on it, and it just takes care of it. But you gotta make sure you have at least these two things set up. And actually, you probably need that. I think I've actually set these internally, and they actually do certain things on the inside and switch between these two accordingly. I think mainly just the back test period, make sure that's selected depending on where you want to start. You could probably start on a 1 day if you have something successful, or maybe 6 days, but we've also kind of set that internally also. Okay, so let me just go over that real quick, and you just basically just hit it, and if it kind of gets stuck, you break the loop here, and then go from there. Now as far as certain coins, I noticed I've kind of done both of these. Cosmo solutions is pretty quick. You'll get a solution that quicker. Mine takes a little longer, but if it doesn't give you a good solution with Cosmos, use my FY complete tuning solution. If it doesn't get any good results with that one, use Cosmos. So depending on each coin, they kind of have advantages and disadvantages. So I am actually doing, I did several coins with both these solutions, and I'm forward testing both of them to see who performs better. But I think maybe each coin will have it might work better on either or. So kind of test it and see what you think from there. Let me just go over the algorithm real quick with so you guys know what's going on. Okay, so starting with, let me switch over real quick. I think it's alright, so here it is. Starting with the FOI, what I have is I reset the loop here. I create the tables, and what it does is it starts to find the best solution. Actually, it loads up all the tables first. Yeah, it loads up all the tables, the initial guesses, and after it loads up the initial guesses, it then searches by doing positive, negative, and if it finds a positive, it just goes positive all the way, and if it finds a negative, it goes negative all the way. So it kind of goes through all these variables. After that, it does the moving average type, and then it kind of finds the best moving average, and then it'll do a final settings right here one more time at the very last one. Final settings. So it's kind of like the normal perturbations that we do, one on each side, and kind of going all the way through until there's no more improvement. And that's kind of what I do here. Now it does switch from maximizing ROI only, and then it goes down here to maximizing trades, then ROI. So initially it's just to kind of get it kick-started, find the best ROI. I don't care about the trades. Once the ROI is up, then we start to maximize the trades, then the ROI. So we have the ability to do that. Now Cosmo's thing here, we'll load his table, and that's his settings here. Let me show you Cosmos settings, and I'll show you my FOI initial guess. So this is the settings that we start with. We kind of load these up, and then we just kind of run through, and then out of these settings that I've kind of picked out from our session talking with him, it picks out the best one and then starts to sweep out which one does best. For the FOI initial guess, I have my settings here that I start with, and so I'll start off with all these here, and then based on the best one, it starts to sweep that, and then starts to move on from that point. Okay, so it definitely has some more functionality now, more flexibility. So go back to Cosmo. So those tables that I just showed you, that's what it does. It just sets us up to those tables, runs through them, it retrieves the best initial guess based on the maximization settings. So that's depending on what you picked here, whether you maximize for ROI only, maximize for trades. It'll pick the best one based on what you selected here. Okay. Now on FOI, I've manually forced it to pick a certain thing. So my maximization, maximize ROI. For Cosmos, I don't think he has a maximization set, so you're gonna have to set it for when you pick Cosmos solution, whether you want maximize ROI or maximize trades. But I think his is maximize ROI. I should probably set it as fixed, because that's all he looks for really. He's maximize. So I'm gonna set that actually, but I already compiled it. So I'm just gonna push it through. You guys can kind of mess with it later on, so you have the flexibility to do that. Alright, so it runs through these initial guesses for Cosmo, and then so that's this part here, and then it does he looks at RSI first, then buy level, then sell level. So he kind of goes positive, negative, and wherever positive direction goes, he'll push positive all the way or negative all the way, and then until it can't not go anymore, then he'll kind of keep those values. So he does RSI length, buy level, sell level, dev up, dev down, and then MACD signal. And after he's done with that, he'll sweep the moving average types to find the best one, and he does a final BB length and dev up, dev out by sweeping positive, negative, but pushing it all the way to the end where it can't go no further. Then it will keep the best result, and that's it. So it's much quicker, much shorter. And just depending on the coin, certain ones might perform better than others. So try them both. It doesn't work, you know. There's no real, standard or anything like that. What works the best? I might even run both of them, just compare the two, and then just say, hey, I'll just use the best one. But I noticed that settings do get out of date. So, and since Cosmos is quite quicker, I'll probably just use that, get the result, run it, and once we find something positive, then make the wallet live. And then a couple of days the results the settings it's gonna expire anyway. So why spend so much time trying to fine tune it so much, and it takes so much time to fine tune it when it just expires in like a couple of days. So just go with Cosmos, make it real coarse, and it'll work. And sometimes it does really well, and then in 3 days it'll get out of date, then we'll return real fast and jump back on. So that's pretty much it. So this is for people who are brand new, who just don't know what the initial settings are, and for advanced people too. So this is kind of like a setup for me. When I set up start to tune all the coins, I can just hit one of these two, and it'll just tune all the coins from initial guess, and just, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, it'll find a positive, and then from the positive it'll start to tune it from that point on. So there you guys, hope you guys enjoy. Give me some feedback on either the comments below, and also in the Telegram group, and then I will find any bugs and fix from there. So I'll be working with Cosmo pretty directly. He's gonna probably review the algorithm, whether I've gotten it right or not, and if it's not, we'll fix it, and then we'll do another beta release for him and in our private group to check out before I officially seal it up and say, hey, this is good, and then we're good to go. Oh, one more thing. Let's switch over. I'm gonna be adding a way for you to edit this, so you can actually load a file here. So the initial guesses, you can actually load. You can, once we get this working, working with developers to do that, you can then, set up a bunch of settings that you've known that work in the past, and it'll extract these settings and then pump it into it. And I need to work it so that it doesn't take out, the specifics of the coin, the bot name, and it just takes the settings that's relevant. So that way you don't try to tweak, Cardano and change it to ETH or something like that. So that's some of the things I need to fix right now or later on. But I'm waiting for the tables to get fixed so that it'll display here, and then you can actually edit the tables directly as you load settings. And let's say you want to do initial guess, and then you want to throw 5 of them. It will generate 5 random guesses on here, and then you can kind of tweak it if it's kind of out of range or whatever. And then once it's once you load that up, you can actually save it for later kind of thing and reuse it or whatever. And then you clear the table and all that good stuff. And then once you're done, then you get the results. And then you say, hey, get the results based on max trades or max trades only or RI. Do those based on those settings. Okay. So that's for the future for later on once I get this table working. And that's it. Thank you.